Hello and welcome to the Blackout Club. This is a game that's been out for quite a while, but this is going to be a really interesting take on co-op horror. It does have an asymmetric element that I haven't touched and I don't plan to because as far as I'm concerned, asymmetric horror is basically worthless. But in this, we're going to be playing as a teenager, part of the eponymous Blackout Club, and apparently some things are going wrong in our town. People keep having blackouts that they don't remember what they did in, and the adults of the town keep on sleepwalking. There's some really bad shit going on here, and these teenagers are the only ones who are able to avoid it. So let's just go on ahead. I've played this a few times. For those of you who are familiar, I'm currently at level 5. So I have a few abilities that I'll explain later on. For example, I have one that allows me to spawn with a lockpick. You can see in the bottom right above my 5, which is just my quick select keys. And I start this game with a crossbow. This is a tranquilizer dart crossbow. I only have one to start. But let's just go on ahead. I'm going to host a game because for some reason this, like Phasmophobia, only allows you to host games even if you're playing solo. And we actually have two zones we can go into. We have Headley East or we have Headley West. You unlock this at level 4 and then there's a third area which I think is partially city, partially forest. You unlock that at level 12, you can see there. So, Headley East, at the eastern end of Redacre's most scenic neighborhood rests Headley's Leap. This cliffside overlook was named after the historical suicide of a local pastor, although residents have expressed doubt that it ever happened. So this is all part of the city of, or the town of Redacre, where everything is going wrong. And we're just going to go ahead and load right on in. And then, yeah, you can see, this game looks fucking gorgeous. I think, as of this day, it's actually just after the new year. It's currently $15, I think, and I'm definitely going to get that much money out of here. So a couple of the things I actually want to quick talk about, too. I wanted to say thank you to all of you guys. Everyone who has subscribed, everyone who's commented, everyone who likes the videos. We actually succeeded at making our goal for the year. We succeeded, and we actually ended up ending the year at 165 subscribers, I believe. Or I think I started the year at 165 subscribers, which was really, really nice. So thank you to all of you guys, really. Those of you who've been here from the very start, and those of you who joined in along the way. I appreciate the hell out of it. So this is actually our mission briefing, and we're actually loaded into the map. When this is going on, this is not paused. So our mission is to steal pickup signal relays. Mission briefing, we don't know why, but the bad guys steal our dreams, mess with our heads. Bells said they also take things from our room, like familiar personal stuff to help them brainwash us with their creepy machines. Anyways, tonight, we take something back. And we have that there. So, yeah, I need to go pick up the relays. Now, luckily, they actually... Oh yeah, we also get these little text pop-ups. That's our next objective. So first grab signal relays, we hit a bunch for us. And they are marked on the map, which is really freaking nice. So, a couple of things to look at. First, we have this here. These are little item crates that are left for us. Anytime that I see those, I can actually, I can use them. So I have a flashbang. I can use it to either distract people, or I can go ahead and I can actually use it in order to escape if I'm grabbed. Because there are enemies in this game that are going to grab me if they catch me. Oh, and also, you'll notice on the bottom there, you see there's the eye. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll go stand here. So if I'm here and the eye is all lit up, I'm actually visible. Enemies that hunt via sight can see me. If I'm in the darkness, they can't. And as well, you can see that little sound, those little pieces, those little things there. That actually is just, it's exactly what it looks like. It's a sound cue. There's generic enemies in this game called sleepers that hunt via sound. So if you make too much noise near them, they'll actually start getting aggressive to you. And let's see if I can actually find a couple of enemies. Oh, there's a few other things. So let's see. Yeah, that person there, yep, they're a sleepwalker. One of the main enemies in this game are actually, they're adults that have been taken over by this force causing the blackouts. And they'll actually mutter to themselves and start talking to themselves and start causing some real fucking problems. There's also another enemy that are called lucids, and they're people that are actually awake. They've just been completely taken over, and they are the ones who can hunt via sight or sound. They're more dangerous. As well, we have a camera drone out here, and that drone, what it does is it just kind of patrols around, and that green light is where the camera's looking. So if it goes ahead and sees us, you only have a couple of seconds to escape the light before it detects you. Otherwise, it alerts everyone to your position, starts tracking you. And also, that down there is a, what is it? I think it's called a speed trap. So you need, if you go ahead and step in those, it goes, what it does is it actually ends up alerting everyone, or I think it shocks you, and it maybe makes a noise or something that alerts everyone to your presence. So I'm now in this house, and this is actually, you would think this would be good given the amount of enemies that are out there. This really isn't. This isn't good at all, because enemies actually are in the houses. They will patrol around, they will look for you. There are a couple of places that are generally safe, but I've noticed a few bugs with this game. Namely, like, I think there was one time I actually had an enemy. I was in a closet like this, and I had just happened to go hide back here. The enemy came into here, he just kind of stood there. It was a guy who was blind, so he couldn't see me. He walked out, and then suddenly he just got alerted and saw me, and grabbed me. Which was really awkward. So I gotta be very fucking careful. Now, luckily, I think if the light, like, clips through the walls, I don't think it actually counts for hitting you. But everything... Hello?
Wait, sleeper.
Yeah, so there's a fucking sleeper. And you can hear their big fucking footsteps, like, plodding around here. Luckily, too, you can tag enemies in this game, so I'm gonna probably, every time that I'm in a house and there's a normal person, I'm gonna go ahead and probably just try to tag them if I can. I'm really gonna fucking hope that this asshole doesn't hear me, though. Ah, you shithead. I was kinda hoping he'd go upstairs. Because every time that these fuckers decide to go patrol around, they make my life worse. Now, you'll notice, when I was walking in the kitchen, I was making more noise than when I was walking around in here because of all the carpet. Ah, fuck. Do not come over here. Do not come over here. Fuck off. Yeah, so there's actually a really clever thing here where if differing surfaces actually make different amounts of noise, which I really kind of love. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's just, it's one of those very small things that you would think most... It's kind of obvious on its face, but you don't really see it that often. So whenever it is in a game, it's just kind of nice. And I really like that. And also, we just found something else. This, caution, Chorus utilities do not open. Chorus is a corporation that's somehow related to what's going on here. Chorus apparently has dug out this entire underground fucking network here around the city, around the town. And it leads down to a place called the Maze. The Maze is a little bit of a fucking mess. Oh, and actually, yeah, look, I don't... Oh, okay, that's a sleeper. That's not a lucid. We'll worry about that later, because we're probably going to have to go ahead and plan some stuff down here. A lot of the time, the objectives aren't just on the surface. We also have to go, like, patrol around in the maze area and go do things. And the maze, as you can imagine, does live up to its name, and it's a lot tougher to hang out in. There's more areas for enemies. It's a lot tighter because it's all just a bunch of, like, corridors and such. It's a lot easier to get caught out there. So, I want to... Some of these lights you can and can't turn off. I don't really know what the distinction is between them. Like, why you can or can't for certain ones. And also, I've noticed that there's a little bit of bugginess with some of the lights. And I don't really like that. I don't hear anyone walking around in here, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Sometimes the enemies are just very fucking quiet. And there's been more than one time that, like, I would open this, and there will just be a person here, and I just have to back way the fuck up and just hope. Because if they do grab you, again, you have to use a piece of equipment to get them away. Or you have to go ahead and you can, like, shove them away. And what they do is they then partially wound you. Now, you'll see, I've picked up a few other items here. So I have a flashbang. I have this, which is a tripwire. What this does is if you go ahead and if you place it down, if enemies trip into it, they actually get knocked out. It's really handy for some areas, especially if you don't have more of these tranquilizer darts. But the problem is that if enemies do actually find bodies, they alert the shape. And the shape is not something that you want to be alerted. The shape is the big bad here. The shape is really... It's the eldritch force that's sort of doing all of this. Now, I was debating if I wanted to go ahead and do the, what am I trying to say? What word am I looking for? If I wanted to do the tutorial, because I actually did like 10 minutes of it and then just decided, fuck it, I was going to go in blind. And in there, you learn a little bit more about the shape. So there's one last mechanic that I haven't really told you about here, and it is this. When you close your eyes, this is how you can see the shape. So when the shape is out, and you'll know, because that little eye on the bottom will get a red outline, the shape can only be seen when you close your eyes. And that actually makes life really fucking miserable. Oh god, hello. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, so you can see, I thought I'd heard someone walking around out here, but I wasn't exactly sure where he was. Yeah, a little bit of a pain in the ass though. So I'm gonna just wait and see where this guy goes. Sometimes these sleepers, these adults, the sleepwalkers and such, they'll actually just like start doing stuff. When we were in the maze, we actually saw one of them that was just, he was like sweeping a floor. Or they'll start cleaning stuff, or they'll start like welding something together. They'll start doing things under, yeah, like that. You can see he's actually cleaning stuff up. That's going to be a little bit of a problem for us in the future, but that'll be a problem for later. What I want to do is, because this actually does link up with the rest, like all underneath the town, yeah, the maze connection is where this is. I actually want to see if I can... Ah, shit. Somebody was above me. Somebody heard me running around down here. That fucking sucks. Yeah, but looks like we got lucky. We actually managed to make our way all the way out here. So again, as I was saying, because all of this stuff links up underneath, like this links up several of the houses, we can actually use this as impromptu shortcuts if the surface is too occupied. So, I've picked up signal relays. I need to put... What is it? Place the relays to connect the source and transmitter. They lead line of sight to get a connection. So let's see. Can I... Oh, hang on. What happens... What if I do this? Does this... Oh, God. Okay. So I need to go ahead and I need to just, like... Wait, what? Is this, Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead... I've actually never done this before. I don't really know what this mission... Yeah, I don't really know what this mission is. So this is gonna be one that I'm gonna be doing kind of blind. So it looks like any time that this stuff is currently, like, purplish, then we're okay. We can go ahead and we can link up the network, maybe? Most of the objectives in this game are actually like this. They are just little... It's things... It's doing stuff like this. So, for example, it's gonna be... Actually, hang on. Can I pick up you? I can. Does that mean that I can pick up you, then? Oh, cool. Okay. So I actually don't... I don't need as many of these. Nice. What was I saying? Oh yeah, most of the missions are like this. So there's one, for example, that you get a bunch of audio bugs, and you have to go into a house, and you have to insert them into parts of the house, for example. That's a really interesting one. There's another one that you can go ahead and do that I think is... I think there's one that you have to go around, and if you right-click, you actually take out your phone, and you have to get pictures of various items. So it's like, oh, somebody tried to break into this house, and Chorus is covering it up. So they go ahead and they, you know, obviously you have to worry about that. And when you go in, you have to take pictures of all the evidence of the cover-up. So there's a couple more enemies down here. Luckily, well, I was going to say kind of luckily, see that little radiating thing? That's basically like a sonar mine. If you step in it, it starts marking your location, and then if you stay in it too long, it gives off a really loud alert that alerts all the enemies. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of an exploit here. There we go. So, this game has a really powerful mantling system. So what you can do is if you go ahead and if you jump on basically anything, you start climbing up. I don't know what that fucking music is, and I really hope that doesn't get me DMCA'd. Oops, okay. So let's, yeah, there we go. God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, fuck me. That kind of sucked. What I was just doing there is I was just picking the lock. Hold on, do not... There's nobody fucking here. God damn it. Okay, I have to be really fucking quick. Come on inside, buddy. Here, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Wait, what? Okay, I didn't know that would work. Sorry, I was just kind of watching what was happening. So, yeah, that's another little piece of equipment. What I just placed down, this is that trip mine that darts them. And yeah, that was a lucid that saw us. There's actually something kind of neat with their bodies that you can... Yeah, if you look at his face, you'll notice it's kind of waving. It's because of the fact that they've been taken over by the shape. Which really sucks for them, but is actually really fucking handy for me. And yeah, that bullshit there, that was exactly what I was worried about happening with these sonar mines, because I had to stay there and I had to pick the lock. Which really fucking blew. Alright, let's see, can I, sadly, I think these do actually have, like, 3D... Yeah, they have, like, 3D detection, so the sonar isn't merely on a flat plane. There's also, similarly, there's the trip mine things I was talking about earlier, the speed traps or whatever they're called. They do the same thing. Even if you're up on a different platform, they will actually... What am I trying to say? Even if you're, like, higher up when you're next to them, they will still shock the hell out of you. So I need to go ahead and somehow get this relay down to there. Can I... If I put you here... Yeah, okay, that should... I'm actually going to pick you up then, because this is going to start to get more and more complicated with the verticality of this map. So, yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna place you there just so that I have this. Now, I need to make my way down to where this is, and this is somehow going to allow us to download more content. Okay, as long as we're purple, we're doing good. And you might remember this, that stairway is actually where I was earlier when I was saying that there was this maze, this other section. I think I might have gotten lucky. Alright. Oh, these red doors. I'll explain those in a second. So I'm going to take a little risk here with the speed traps because they have a little bit of a timer to them. If you walk up to them and you use them really quickly, you can actually disarm the traps before they zap you. Sadly, you can't do that with the other ones. You can't do that with the sonar traps, I guess I'll call them. Which really does kind of suck. Now, I have a couple other items here that I did neglect quick explaining. 4 is an energy bar for me. That is, if you see in my bottom left, I have a stamina system. What that is like when you go ahead and you do various things, that actually gets worn out. If I take this, my stamina gets instantly recharged like that. Really handy to have, not super useful though. As well, let's actually mark him. I have this. This is a can of shaving cream or something like that. This is, you use it on those, the laser mines. What the hell? Oh, also, Q and E is lean. I keep on forgetting that and using E to go ahead and interact with things. But yeah, what this does is it basically gums up the mines because of the fact that it foams over their little, I guess the laser receptors, I guess I'll call them. Yeah, something like that. Oh, and also there I have noisemakers, which are just strings of firecrackers that I can go ahead and I can light and throw, and they'll distract enemies and make them run towards them. Not really the most useful things in the world, but quite honestly, I mean, you could do a whole hell of a lot worse. And a lot of these things too, if you go ahead and you just chuck them at an enemy, they do distract them decently well. So yeah, this asshole... Oh yeah, there you go, you can see what... Yeah, you can see what this person's like rambling about. They recall... Whatever's controlling them is recalling their memories and it's describing them. And there's sort of a little bit of lore that you can learn about that this shape, because it's related to Chorus, is actually multiple people. Or specific, it's not really multiple people, it's multiple entities. It's multiple creatures. So it talks a lot about things with a phrase like us and we, and all of that usual bullshit. I don't actually know exactly where this is going. I might have an idea of where this is going, and if it's going where I think it is, this is gonna fucking suck. Here, let's plant one of you here. And then I want to plant one of you here, maybe? Okay. I think I need to get into this room. Yeah, in that room is a whole bunch of, like, servers and stuff. And that really fucking sucks, because there's a person coming, and I need to get inside of there. Shit. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna see if... Is there... Okay, I can tag them. Let's see if I can get lucky. So the first time I ever came in here, there was actually just a Lucid hanging out, and he was just watching the, Oh, fuck. Okay. Yep, there goes my last lockpick. And he was just watching exactly all of the areas that light up, which was a bit of a bitch, because, yeah, if you sprinted past there, there was, I think, a normal enemy, too. One of the sound-based people or whatever. Shit. Do not see me. Do not hear me. I am a tiny little mouse. Okay, let's go ahead and plant this. Let's, yeah, I'm gonna just try my damnedest to set up a relay going through all of this. And now, one more. Please tell me that you fucking link up through the window. You do? Good. Okay, thank God. Aw, shit. Bad guys carry evidence of our last botched mission. Swipe it for us. Oh, great. So, whoever is giving us these orders is like... I think they call them HQ. It's just whoever's in charge of the Blackout Club. So, luckily, I'm still decently well equipped. The only thing I'm really short on is tranquilizer darts. But, yeah, it's a slow game, but I'm really enjoying this. I have a lot of fun playing it. There's something kind of neat about it. A friend of mine is watching me, and he said it kind of seemed a little bit like a cross between, like, Payday and Phasmophobia, and I can sort of see that. I mean, obviously, in a lot of ways, those aren't really accurate, but I don't know, there's just something interesting about this. I like seeing neat ideas play out. Oh, and you know what? I mean, well, since we have an opportunity here, I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you what happens when you foam up. Yeah, when you foam up one of these things, the traps are disabled. You can see all the exploding foam. And I do like that the little arc that you saw when I was getting ready to throw it. That is really nice, as opposed to a lot of games you would just sort of have to eyeball it and hope. But luckily, this is not one of them. So what I need to do now is I need to find a way past this fucking thing. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm just going to sprint on through there. Luckily, there was nobody around to see that. And let's, fuck, okay. Oh, so that other thing I just got there, that's actually a bandage. What I use that for is I can go ahead and use that in order to heal myself. If I get wounded, if enemies attack me or something like that, and I end up... Yeah, fucking A, it's a goddamn lucid asshole. Yeah, if enemies end up attacking me or grabbing me and I don't have defensive items, so I have to shove them away, what I can do is I can go ahead and actually heal up. Because when they wound you, that little white bar on the bottom left that reflects your remaining stamina, that goes ahead and it actually, what am I trying to say? It goes red for part of it. So you lose like a third of your stamina, and I think that's also your total health. So if you get grabbed too many times, you end up just dead. Okay, if this guy's gonna come loop back here, I'm going to plant this tripwire. Alright, hoping like hell that he comes this way. I can go ahead, I'll knock him out. If he doesn't, I'm going to go ahead and I'll throw a noisemaker into there, and I'll just hope. I do have another special ability that I can use to actually get him to go here. Or that I can use to take him down, but I really don't want to have to use it. What it is you can see in the bottom left, you see those fists? Well, you have 4 slots for, I guess what I'll just call, like, bonus powers. Oh, and yeah, as you guys saw earlier, you can go ahead and hide bodies. What was I saying? Yeah, you have 4 slots for what are called minor powers. They're just like little boosts. So that was the thing that allowed me to start the game with crosshair, or a lockpick, for example. As well, you have 4 slots what are called major powers. And I don't know exactly how they're phrased, But, like, one of them, for example, is the ability to do takedowns, which I got. So what happens is when I sneak up behind enemies with the low level one, you can actually, like, choke them out for a second, and then you can actually pin them down and hold them there. So if there's only one guy patrolling around, you can go ahead and you can hang on to him, and then your friends can actually go around and do the objectives. Really frickin' handy. Really damn helpful. The problem is with doing that, it adds to, they call it like your sin count, I think, in the game. And if you have too many of those, that's what makes the shape spawn. Now, I'm hoping that we got lucky here and we're not going to have that happen. But, let's see if I can. Oh, and also, there's also this other stuff here, bonus evidence. They're just extra items that are kind of scattered all over. I was hoping I was going to find one or two of them. Looks like I didn't, though, which really blows, because I was hoping I could go ahead and show them to you, because that's also how you get a lot more experience points. You know what, I'll go ahead and I'll check out this house here. And also, there's one other thing I wanted to show you. So, aside from foaming up these things just to fuck with them, there's this. This is a little rocket, and what you can do is you can pay what are called snacks. They're basically your in-game currency, and you can use it to go ahead and buy, like, new cosmetic bullshit. So my character, you know, was wearing, like, just like a generic plaid shirt and jeans. You know, if I wanted a new hairdo, if I wanted new colored clothing, whatever, you can go ahead and spend it for that. Or what you can do is you can go ahead and get more items. So I can get another bandage, I can get a flashbang, I can get an energy bar, and I've actually at one point bought a trank dart. Now, this apparently carries over for your character, so if I really was in a bad spot and I wanted another trank dart, or if I thought I was going to need it, I could go ahead and I could spend it to go ahead and buy this stuff. I've found at least two of these on the map. Like, one of them's on a random rooftop, so it shoots off a little rocket and then a parachute comes down and lands, like, right here. Neat idea. I don't know what the cap is, or if there is even a cap for how much money they can end up spending. I would hope there would be. So, yeah, there's this asshole hanging out there. Kind of wish he wouldn't have gone inside here. But whatever, I'm just going to go quick poke my head in. I want to see if I can maybe get one piece of evidence just so you can see what it looks like. It sort of has this same, like, greenish glow. We got a really weird mission for this one. I was really frickin' hoping that we were going to end up getting, I guess I'll just term it maybe a more normal mission. Because the normal ones, again, for me, are just going around and, like, taking pictures of stuff and maybe planting a bug. You know, if I did those relays, yeah, and then normally I'd have to go through and, like, untie one of the kids or one of the members of the club or something. Shit, this guy's coming here. I'm gonna hop out here, and thank God he decided not to go down here. Yeah, the enemies will actually go outside. They will climb rooftops if they get aggroed to you. There's a little bit of a detector. You saw that yellow arrow earlier. They will absolutely start hunting for you. So I'm gonna go hang out here because this shithead decided to fucking come in here. Luckily, too, because these guys are blind, as long as you don't physically move... Yeah, you just saw the pop-up there for a takedown. Sleeper, speak not of eye, to name it is to draw its gaze. I don't know what he's on about. Oh, I bet he's talking about the actual... I bet he's talking about the shape. Oh, hey, here. So you see this thing flashing green? That is some of the bonus evidence. Please don't come this way. Okay, fuck off. So if you go ahead, if I take out my phone, yeah, we snap a picture of it, and then I got bonus evidence recorded, 1 out of 10. That bonus evidence can be fucking anywhere. It's a real pain in the ass to get all of it. What the hell? Where did that guy go? Oh, wait, what? Did he fucking... Did he climb in the window? Oh, yeah, he did. He actually is just, like, straight up jumping around and climbing around. Interesting. That's a bit of a problem. Fuck. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and hang out here. I want to see where this guy goes. So, it looks like the drone fucked off. Looks like this guy fucked off. Shit. Yeah, okay. There you go. You can see that's what happens when you get lasered by one of these things. There's a little bit of a hitbox issue going on. Like, you really can't run into the trees, for example, which does sort of suck. So in that case, because I had to stick to the outside of the trees, it was really easy for me to get tagged. And your stamina does regenerate slower, or yeah, it moves slower when you're out here. There's also a weird mechanic too that sort of encourages players to stick together. Your stamina regenerates faster when you're in a group. I don't know how that affects solo players, if that means that we just get shafted when you're playing alone, or if it means that, like, the stamina recharge you saw, if that's as fast as it actually ever gets. Here, let's, I'm just gonna quick scour this house, because out the back window there, that's actually going to be our exfil point. And as you can see where it says up top, you have to head to the exit marked by the crosshairs. Now, it does say everyone awake. So what can happen is, if you piss off the shape too much, which is, I think, character-specific. So if one player is taking down a lot of people and causing a lot of injuries and getting detected, you can actually end up, the shape can only chase them, I think. Or it can, like, prioritize them or something like that. Okay, here... Okay, I was gonna say I heard footsteps. Fuck, I really hoped that that person wouldn't be hanging out here. God damn it. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to search all that bullshit. There's probably nothing in there, and it's not like I really need it anyway. It does kind of suck, too, that you can't force in these windows. But one of the things that you can do is you can actually kick things in. So you might have seen it earlier when I had some of those doors to lockpick. What you can do is you can actually go ahead and you can just kick in the area. So, for example, I'm going to go ahead and I'll... Oh, God. Nope, never mind. I wanted to go ahead and showcase it for you, but instead... Is this a, Yeah, fuck. Okay, whatever. I think it's the chest, and I think it's certain types of doors. You can go ahead and you can actually end up... You can kick them open, and that obviously makes a big, loud bang, but so it doesn't really lock you out of anywhere in the game. Oh, and you just saw it too. So when you're being detected and enemies like know that you're there, they're searching for you, the eye gets a yellow circle for the pupil. And that turns red if they're actively hunting you. So if I, for example, if I got grabbed by an enemy, it would turn red in the circle instead of the yellow color. But here's our exfil point, and somehow we're gonna go through that back wall, in order to get ourselves out. Let's see, what did we get then? So I got all of the objectives, I got one bonus, and yeah, Junior Investigator. So there's all of our XP, there's our snack again, which again is just cosmetic bullshit that you can buy, and I'll quick pop my head in here just to show it off to you. You can go ahead and see what's there. It seems like all of the player characters that you can be are female, though. I haven't been able to figure out how to make a male player character. And this is where you end up remembering. Now, I did just click no on that because it's mostly just blathering nonsense. What it is it's always like a conversation between two people. Someone asks a question and then somebody else answers. So I think the first one was somebody saying, it was like, oh, what could you want if you could have anything in the world? And the kid said, like, nudes from a celebrity. And then the person they were talking to started laughing and saying, oh yeah, that's right, you guys in Redacre don't have access to the internet. And when you look at our phones, you might have seen that it said no signal. So if we go over here, the game actually has a system that I've turned off for this recording. You can actually, you can offer tribute to people, you can let a voice take over your body, which I'm not going to fucking do, or you can stand here and you can actually try to talk to the pantheon of creatures like the Shape. And that's actually, you can see a picture of the girl I'm currently playing as, just plaid shirt and jeans. Yeah, you can go ahead and talk to them, and sometimes they'll talk back. And if you actually turn on a certain setting, if I remember right, when you actually are talking, like, the voices will start speaking to you. It's something really weird, and I don't know if it's like an AI algorithm that they have, or if the developers just start fucking with people. So yeah, here's our person, and you can see there's all of this, just like various bullshit that you can go ahead and buy. You know, if I wanted like a fucking sleeveless sweater or a Christmas sweater or whatever. I'm not going to go ahead and mess with that. I don't really give a shit. But yeah, that was the Blackout Club. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm going to go ahead and keep on playing this. I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you guys want to see more? Do you guys want to see this? Do you guys want to see some various versions of this? Do you guys kind of want me to, show you through the bit of the story, because the story is pieced together in snippets, like these little recordings here. All of that. So I'll go ahead and leave that up to you guys. Oh, wait a sec. Hang on. Oh, wait. What is,
Do you have any idea where your daughter might have gone last night?
So, in the prologue...
Her name is Isabella.
Yeah, we play as a character named Isabella. And she's grounded and she's stuck at home.
Go to Lambert's drugstore. She wouldn't go.
These are her parents. So interesting. Apparently at the end of the prologue, she disappears.
Anyone out there has seen our daughter or knows where she is? We just want her back.
Yeah, her parents were kind of shitheads, but during that actually had a lot of surrealness to it. There was a lot of interesting stuff going on. There was very clearly something wrong. And you can see there's more stuff all the way out here. The Madishaw disappearance. Who is this kid? They're watching us. All of this stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Go ahead again, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Do you want to see more of the Blackout Club? And if you like the video, if you wouldn't mind liking, or if you're new to the channel, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And for everybody else, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.